Ladies, we are here on the show. We are here. We are here tonight on the show. And tonight, man, we are here to break down March Madness. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. This March Madness, man, what a tournament this has been. It started off everybody's like, well, there's no upsets. All of a sudden, we got some upsets this weekend. We got North Carolina, Kentucky, and Duke all going down. Also, Gonzaga went down this weekend. All of a sudden, everybody has gone down. Especially thanks to teams like Auburn and Texas Tech. Texas Tech has taken out Kansas, North Carolina, and Kentucky. Auburn has come out of nowhere and surprised the world. Oh my lord, and they are on their way to their first ever Final Four. And so is Texas Tech after last night upsetting Gonzaga. They are also on their way to their first ever Final Four. And then we got Michigan State tonight upsetting, although the way Duke's been playing, I'm not really surprised at all. I think we saw this could happen tonight. Michigan State by 1 point defeated Duke, the heavy favorite to win the championship. What a tournament! It's weird, but you can argue that the second weekend has been a lot more exciting. We've seen more surprises than the first weekend. You could really argue. We saw this weekend. We saw North Carolina get thrown out. We saw Kentucky get thrown out. We saw North Carolina. We saw Gonzaga. We saw Duke. We saw all these teams getting thrown out the second weekend, man. It was unbelievable. Like, who would have thought going to this weekend that Gonzaga was going to leave the tournament, that North Carolina was going to leave the tournament, that Kentucky was going to leave the tournament, that Duke was going to leave the tournament. Who would have thought that going into this weekend, that all of those teams would be out of the tournament by Sunday night, and we would be down to Auburn, Texas Tech, Michigan State, and Virginia. Who would have thought that? Unbelievable. Especially the way the tournament started. We were not seeing a lot of upsets. And all of a sudden this weekend, upset city up in here. But man, shout out to Michigan State. Duke, Timmy! They never played that well in this tournament. They just did not. I don't know why. They struggled versus Central Florida. They struggled versus Virginia Tech. And finally tonight versus Michigan State, they finally lost. Can't be too surprised when they played. You were hoping maybe they can tighten it up tonight versus a good team in Michigan State. But once again, they struggled. It almost seems the way they played in this tournament, it was just a matter of time before Duke was going to get upset. The way they played. And the other team, you got to give credit to Auburn for beating Kentucky. Auburn, like I said, has taken out some big schools here. They've taken out Kansas, North Carolina, and Kentucky. You got to give them credit. I'm looking at Auburn, all of a sudden, I'm like, this might be the best team left. This might be. They took out North Carolina, Kentucky, and Duke. What the hell makes you think they're going to lose to Virginia? What the hell should make you think they're going to lose to Virginia next week? Tammy! I think they're one of those teams that I'm looking at and I'm like, you know what? This team has a chance to win it. I really do. I'm like, Auburn has a chance to really win this thing now. They've gone through everybody. They've gone through Kansas, North Carolina, Kentucky. They really have a legit chance to win this thing. Then on the other one, Michigan State versus Texas Tech. Same thing. I really think Texas Tech has a chance to do something here. I mean, I think it's very, very highly that we could end up with an Auburn-Texas Tech national championship. I really do. Now, I do have this feeling that we're probably going to end up with a Virginia-Michigan State. I just have a funny feeling all of this shit, and we're going to end up with a Virginia-Michigan State national championship. But all of us, our brackets are finished. All of us, I believe I'm 38 out of 60 games. I'm finished. A lot of us are finished. What we're all going to be hoping for now, the unexpected national championship, which would be Auburn versus Texas Tech. That's what we're all hoping for. Let's see what happens. Let's at least want to get one of those two, whether it's one of those two in the national championship. Let's at least hope we get one of those two. But we will see what happens. Let me know in the comment section. I know I still got Virginia. I know there's some people that are still in this thing, you know. There's some people that actually had Virginia and Texas Tech in the Final Four. So there are some people that are still alive. I still have Virginia there. I know there's a lot of people that, you know, have at least... I know there's some people that have 3 teams left. There's some people that have Auburn, Michigan State, and Texas Tech all in the Final Four. So there's a lot of people that you would be surprised are still alive. People are in shock. Texas Tech? Yes, there's a lot of people that have Texas Tech in the Final Four. There's a lot of people that have Michigan State in the Final Four. And like me, there's a lot of people that have Virginia in the Final Four. Auburn, I'm not too sure about. But the other 3, I think that you would be surprised. There's a few people that still have 3 out of the 4 teams, and they are still alive in this thing. We will see what happens. We will see what happens next week. And yes, that's all I have to say for tonight. What a games, what a games, what a games. And until next time, I'm out like a light.